Welcome back, friends. In the last video, we learned how to use object containers. Now, we need to make them move. But there is a trap that ruins almost every beginner's first game. If you come from standard web development, you might be tempted to move your character using something like set interval. You think, I want things to move every 10 milliseconds. Let's try this. Okay, this looks like it works. The character moves. But here is the problem. Set interval is dumb. It doesn't care if your computer is lagging. It doesn't care if the user switches tab. And it definitely doesn't synchronize with your screen's refresh rate. If I run this on a gaming monitor with 144 Hz, it looks choppy. If I run it on an old laptop, it might lag. We need something that syncs perfectly with the browser. We need the ticker. Pixie.js has a built-in loop called the ticker. Think of this as the heartbeat of your game. It runs every time your screen refreshes. This is better. It's smooth, but we still have a huge problem. And this is the most important concept in the game development. Imagine user A has a 60 Hz monitor. This loop runs 60 times a second. The character moves 60 pixels. Now imagine user B has a 144 Hz gaming monitor. This loop runs 144 times a second. The character moves 144 pixels. That means user B moves twice as fast as user A. In a multiplayer game, user B wins just because they bought a better monitor. That is broken. We need to fix this using delta time. Delta time sounds scary, but it's actually really simple. Delta just means difference. It's the difference in time between the last frame and this frame. If your computer is fast, the gap between frame is tiny. If your computer is slow, the gap between frame is big. So, if the game lags, we need to move the character a larger distance to catch up. If the game is super fast, we need to move the character a tiny distance so he doesn't zoom off. Pixie.js calculates this for us automatically. Let me show you how to use it. Look at this app.ticker.add. Pixie.js actually gives us a variable here. Let's call delta. So we will multiply a movement with the delta. Now let's read this line. Player container.x equals to 2 into delta. If the computer runs at a perfect 60 fps, delta is basically 1. So we move 2 pixels. If the computer slows down to 30 fps, Pixie automatically makes delta equals to 2. So we move 2 into 2, that is 4 pixels. We jump further to make up for the lost time. This ensures that no matter how fast or slow the computer is, the character travels the exact same speed across the world. So, to recap, Don't use set interval. Use app.ticker.add. Always multiply your movement by delta. This is what separates the coders from the game developers. Your game now works fairly on every device. In the next video, we are going to stop using these boring colored squares. I am going to show you how to load real images and assets properly without crashing your game. See you there. Thank you.